Hello, in my written summary, I discussed the overall importance of the two sets of the standards. Now I'd like to deeply reflect on one specific standard with each set and how their components will impact my future practice. The first standard I chose is from the EIECSE standards, the standards 1, Child Development and Early Learning. This standard requires practitioners to use their knowledge of child development and early learning to create healthy, respectful, supportive, and challenging learning environments for all children. Its components including understanding developmental sequences, recognizing multiple influence factors, and using this knowledge to design meaningful learning activities. This standard will fundamentally shape how I work with families of young children. For instance, when a toddler at risk of developmental delay enters my program, I won't just focus on what words she isn't saying. Instead, I will use my developmental knowledge to systematically observe her abilities across all domains: social, cognitive, motor, and language. I will then share these observations with her parents, not as an expert, but as a partner. We can discuss her current developmental stage and her next likely milestones. For example, I might explain that pointing is a precursor to spoken language, and we can brainstorm simple, playful routines to encourage this communication at home. In this way, Standard 1 empowers me to empower families, helping them understand and actively participate in their child's development, rather than just passively receiving services. This is very important to take parents as partner. So the second standard I chose is from K-12 standards. It stands for assessment. The standard focuses on using multiple methods of assessment and data resources in making educational decisions for students with disabilities. The components including selecting, developing, and using formal and informal assessments and using assessment data to identify students' strengths and needs, evaluating instructions, and monitor students' progress. The standard will be my guide for ensuring that my instructional decisions for K-12 students are accurate and effective. For example, when a middle school student with a learning disability is struggling with reading comprehension, giving him a lower grade level test isn't a true solution because you cannot always giving him the lower and lower grade, correct? Guided by Standard 4, I will first select and using multiple assessments. This including not just a standardized comprehension test, but also informal assessments like MISCU analysis of his oral reading, a student interview to understand his own perception of the challenge, and curriculum-based measurements. The data from these varied sources will allow me to pinpoint the specific breakdown. Is it fluency, vocabulary, or background knowledge? I can then use this data to evaluate and adjust my instruction, perhaps by pre-teaching key vocabulary or using graphic organizers. For the family, this means I can provide them with a clear, data-driven picture of exactly why their child is struggling and show them the specific strengths and strategies we are using to help him progress, which builds immense trust and collaborative partnership. So I think EIECSE Standard 1 ensures I see the whole child and partner with families to nurture developmental potential, while K-12 Standard 4 ensures that I'm a precise and data-informed instructional planner for academic success. Together, they will shape my professional identity as both a developmental guide and an academic engineer. Thank you.